Hello everyone, so today's video is on some tips and tricks that I use when packing and traveling with Reyansh. So I do hope that this video you find it helpful and useful. So let's go. The first tip I'm going to talk about is to create a traveling template in Notes on your phone. I have this permanently saved and I edit and add items as and when I need to, as its necessities change with time. For any items that I can only pack last minute or before leaving the house, I place a dot next to it so that I know those items are the ones that still need to be packed, and once done, I remove the dot. I always check the list a final time and make sure there are no dots on the list before leaving the house, just to know that I've got everything. This is a super helpful tool. So this template contains everything from his clothes to his electronic gadgets to his blanket, sterilizer, anything and everything. This has been really helpful for me and I hope now it's going to be helpful for you too. So the next tip is on using separators like this. So they do come in different sizes. They flatten out. So when I don't want to use them anymore, I can just flatten out and they become really, really thin. So they're great space savers when packing. And when I use them, it's great for organizing things. Otherwise, I'll have these things all over the bags. I'm just going to show you some of the things I use this for. The first thing would be to use it to sort out his toiletries. So these are things that I need almost all the time with him. So I always have the wet tissue, the diapers, his burp cloths, some towels and all these toiletries that he needs all the time. So what I do is I put the small square in the big one so I don't have all these bottles all over the place. So the second use is to keep his clothes in it. So what I do is I keep a small square in the big one, so to store his socks. When he was younger, it was his mitten and his booties. And this is just one of the examples, like you can put t-shirt and his pajamas and shorts here. So I also use the smaller rectangular ones to store all his electronic items like his night lamp, his power bank, a bottle blender that I use, also to store his biscuits that I keep in a glass jar. So everything is very, very tidy. So yes, these are absolutely super duper helpful and you can use them for organizing anything. So I hope this trick has made it easier for you. So the next tip is on using these breast milk storage cups. I bought so many of these while I was pregnant, but never really got the chance to use them. I'm using them for all kinds of different things, which is still really, really helpful for me. I use it firstly to keep his puffs and biscuits. These are Reyansh's favorite biscuits, so I keep them in this, and they look small, you know, these cups, but they hold a lot, like whether it's liquid or solid. And I like that they're super airtight too. I also use them to store his teethers and pacifiers. So what I do is after sterilizing them, I put them in here and put them in the freezer. So it's great because it keeps it clean and very compact. I also use them to keep his PURÉE. I also use it to store his cotton buds, cotton pads, cotton balls, and this helps keep everything because these are very, very loose and tiny items. So I tend to keep them in this and then in his toiletry separator. What's great about this is that once you're done with them and they're nice and clean and you know ready to not use them anymore, they're stackable, so you just stack them and everything stays nice and tight. So they're great space savers. So in that way, you know, when you take them they're probably full, but when you come back they're all stacked up, so more space for shopping. So the next thing is traveling with a baby that is more than 6 months old, meaning starting solids, and you know there's the whole process of heating up baby food because you know it's not advisable to microwave baby food. What I've come across is this portable rice cooker, and hoping to use soon, is to heat up baby food. So it's great because you just lift the lid and it comes with a little dish. It comes with one more dish, this is a smaller one. So you put the water, you put the dish, put the baby food, close and heat, and that's it. You know, the food will be ready in, you know, 5 minutes. In my case, this is not a very fancy one. I just got it on Lazada for about 30 ringgit, I think. Yeah, the one I got requires a plug point, but I've seen some that are just USB chargeable, which is great because then you can just connect it to a power bank, and if you're out you can just, you know, heat it up there and then. So I think this is a real lifesaver and I can't wait to use it. It's so cute. This may sound weird, but whenever I travel with Reyansh, I carry an extension cord with an international travel adapter. Now, why do I do this is because the first time when I traveled and I didn't have this, we went and stayed in a hotel. I was all over the room looking for plug points because babies do have a lot of things that need to be charged, like their sterilizer, and then Reyansh has a fan, stroller, and his own tablet that would play white noise for him, all kinds of things. So I was all over the room occupying all the plug points, and that's when I decided, no, I gotta get myself an extension cord. I use one for his sterilizer, one to maybe charge his power bank, one to charge his fan stroller, or to use it for his that rice cooker or anything, you know. So this is great, and this is a lifesaver because you'll want all your baby's things together. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is to always carry your baby's own laundry bag and a little mesh bag. So what I do is even when I pack his socks and stuff like that, I put it in this, and then once we reach, let's say, our destination, the hotel, I take this out and put it in his separators. As he uses them, the dirty ones go back in here. Now the laundry bag is just easier because Reyansh's the clothes detergent is different from ours, so everything of his just goes in his own laundry bag. But apart from that, it's just easier for me because this laundry bag has a use once I've unpacked everything. So once I'm unpacked and, you know, I have all these things loose, I put them all together in here. So like for example, I'd put his extension cord in here. I'd put all the bags that I use to store his toiletries also in here. I'll also put the separators in. So basically, I put everything that I use when traveling and not needed at home in here. Go in this laundry bag, and then I tie it, keep it away. So when I'm traveling next, all I have to do is just take this bag out, and I have everything that I use for traveling ready. I do have so many other tips and tricks that I use when traveling with Reyansh, but if I were to lay them all out, it'll be a 2-hour long video. So if you do want to see more, and if you like this video, you can just, you know, drop me a comment or even send me a message, and I will make another video with more tips and tricks, and hopefully that will be helpful for you too. So I do hope that you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for all your love.